Have you ever wondered why so many biology students fail in biology despite reading hard? It is not about reading more, it is about studying and mastering the important diagrams and structure-based questions. Today we are diving into important area in biology, which is Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas is classified under kingdom Protista. So without much being said, let's dive into that now. So the first thing we'll be discussing under Chlamydomonas is the introduction. Introduction to Chlamydomonas. And before we continue, if you are interested in tutorial, just contact this number on WhatsApp to join the tutorial. So back to the class, Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas is a unicellular organism. Chlamydomonas is a unicellular micro, not just unicellular, it is a unicellular microscopic green algae mostly found in freshwater bodies, like ponds, dishes, and wet soil. So Chlamydomonas is a unicellular microscopic, and when I say microscopic, I mean it can be viewed with the use of microscope. Microscopic green algae mostly found in freshwater bodies like ponds, dishes, and wet soil. It exhibits, I hope you are jotting this note down, it exhibits both plant-like and animal-like features. So Chlamydomonas is also motile. And motile means movement. It means Chlamydomonas can move. And Chlamydomonas can move with the aid of flagella. Flagella can be found in Chlamydomonas, which is used for movement. Chlamydomonas also possess chloroplast. So once we are labeling the diagram, we are going to see these two parts in Chlamydomonas. So chloroplast and we also have chlorophyll. Chloroplast and chlorophyll are found in Chlamydomonas. Which are used to capture sunlight in order to convert water and carbon dioxide to glucose. And carbon dioxide to glucose. So this is water and carbon dioxide to glucose. Let's dive into the classification of Chlamydomonas. And before we continue, if you are watching up to this moment, please make sure you like this video, share, and subscribe. So for the classification of Chlamydomonas, we have its kingdom. The kingdom it belongs to, the phylum it belongs to, the class it belongs to, and the genus. So the genus means the name of that particular organism. So for the kingdom, Chlamydomonas belong to kingdom Protista. For phylum, it belongs to Chlorophyta. For class, it belongs to chlorophyceae, and for the genus it is Chlamydomonas. I hope you know that we have the hierarchy for the classification of organism, where we have the kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. I hope for those that don't know this hierarchy, go and watch my video on classification of living organisms. We are going to learn this hierarchy with mnemonics, and we are going to learn it in a very simpler way. So now let's dive into the main one, which is the characteristics, not just characteristics, the general characteristics of Chlamydomonas. General characteristics of Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas is a unicellular and eukaryotic organism. So unicellular means single cell organism, and eukaryotic means they do not possess bacteria. So the next characteristics, Chlamydomonas contains a single large chloroplast. Now I mentioned earlier that chloroplasts are used to perform photosynthesis. So it contains a single large chloroplast for photosynthesis, which is used. So the next characteristic is Chlamydomonas possess an eye spot. When labeling this diagram, I am going to show you the eye spot of Chlamydomonas, the eye spot found in Chlamydomonas. So make sure you watch this video to the end. It possesses an eye spot also called stigma. For detecting light. As human being have what detect light called retina, Chlamydomonas also have their own, which is called eye spot or stigma. Another characteristic is Chlamydomonas is surrounded by cell wall called glycoprotein, and it is not surrounded by cellulose. Chlamydomonas is surrounded by glycoprotein and not cellulose. So the last one to watch out for is Chlamydomonas can reproduce sexually or asexually. Chlamydomonas reproduces both bisexually or asexually. And I hope that you know that we have two types of reproduction. We have asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction involves two organisms, while asexual reproduction involves only single parent. So now these are the characteristics we need to take note of in Chlamydomonas. So now let's dive into the most important part, which is the diagram of Chlamydomonas, and we are going to draw the diagram and we are also going to label it. So after that, we are going to dive into practice question of what we've learned so far. So without much being said, let's dive into that now.
Please subscribe.
So guys, this is the diagram of Chlamydomonas. Please bear with me with this diagram. So let's start with the labeling. So we're going to start from here. So this part is the cell wall. Cell wall provides shape and rigidity to the Chlamydomonas, and it gives shape to the cell. So the next one here is nucleus. As we all know, and for those that don't know, nucleus is the control center of the cell. It controls all the activities in the cell. Flagella. In Chlamydomonas, we have two flagella. This is the first one and this is the second one. Please bear with me with this diagram. It is just to explain how the structure looks like. So this is the flagella, and it is used to aid movement in Chlamydomonas. The next one here is called mitochondrion. Once we have two mitochondria, it is called mitochondria. A single is called mitochondrion. Mitochondrion is the powerhouse of the cell. So the next one here is the eye spot. The what? The eye spot. You know, I said it earlier that I'm still going to show you when labeling the diagram of Chlamydomonas. So as you can see, the eye spot, and the eye spot is also called the stigma, which is used for detecting light. And if you are still watching and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Make sure you subscribe right now. The next one here is called the chloroplast. Chloroplast and chlorophyll are found in Chlamydomonas, and they are used to perform photosynthesis in the presence of sunlight. They capture the water and carbon dioxide and convert it to glucose. So the last one here is called pyrenoid. Pyrenoid is used for storing starch in Chlamydomonas. It is used for storing food or starch in Chlamydomonas. So with this, we can now call it a well-labeled diagram of Chlamydomonas. So now let's move to practice question. But before that, let's summarize what we've discussed so far. We started from the introduction of Chlamydomonas, where I mentioned that Chlamydomonas is a unicellular microscopic organism which can be viewed with the use of microscope. I also mentioned that Chlamydomonas can be autotrophic. And after that, we discussed the classification of Chlamydomonas using kingdom, phylum, class, and genus, where I mentioned that the genus is Chlamydomonas, the class is called Chlorophyceae, the kingdom is called Kingdom Protista. Chlamydomonas belong to Kingdom Protista, and the last one is called, which is the class, is called Chlorophyta. And after that, we discussed the general characteristics of Chlamydomonas. Where I mentioned that Chlamydomonas can be unicellular and eukaryotic organisms, which means they do not possess bacteria. I also mentioned that Chlamydomonas contain a single large chloroplast, which is used to perform photosynthesis. As you can see now, single large chloroplast, which is used to perform photosynthesis. And now we've also discussed the diagram and label it. So now, without much being said, let's dive into practice question. Practice question. Question 1. Chlamydomonas moves using which of the following? A. Cilia, B. Flagella, C. Pseudopodia, D. Pili. So let's start from pili. Pili is not used by Chlamydomonas for movement. So the next one is Pseudopodia. Chlamydomonas does not use Pseudopodia for movement. It is amoeba that use Pseudopodia for movement. Flagella, yes. Chlamydomonas moves using flagella, which is the correct answer. For cilia, it is paramecium that uses cilia for movement. And if you need a full video on paramecium or amoeba, check my YouTube channel to watch the full video. Question 2. Which of these is not found in Chlamydomonas? A. Eye spot, B. chloroplast, C. cell wall, D. cilia. So, according to the diagram we drew and labeled, which one cannot be found in the option? Let's start from eye spot. Eye spot can be found because eye spot is used for detecting light in Chlamydomonas. For chloroplast, chloroplast can also be found. Cell wall, yes. Cell wall is also found, which is used to provide structure and shape for Chlamydomonas. And for cilia, cilia can now be found in Chlamydomonas. Cilia is found in paramecium, which is used for movement. So guys, let's continue. Question 3. The mode of nutrition in Chlamydomonas is mostly dash. A. Heterotrophic, B. Saprophytic, C. Autotrophic, D. Parasitic. The mode of nutrition in Chlamydomonas is autotrophic because they use chloroplast to perform photosynthesis. So autotrophic is the correct answer. Question 4. Chlamydomonas is classified under dash. A. Kingdom Plantae, B. Kingdom Protista, C. Kingdom Moneran, D. Kingdom Fungi. So I have made a video on Kingdom Monera and Kingdom Protista. If you need the full video, check the channel to watch the full video. And the video on Kingdom Fungi will be dropping soon. So after that, the video on Kingdom Plantae and the video on Kingdom Animalia will also drop afterwards. So this question is a very simple question. Drop the answer in the comment section. So guys, we've just demystified Chlamydomonas in a way that will help you to crush your exams, your O-level exams, including JAMB and WAEC. So in our next video, we are diving into Kingdom Fungi. So we've discussed Kingdom Moneran. We have 5 kingdoms. We've discussed Kingdom Moneran and we've also discussed Kingdom Protist. So the next one is Kingdom Fungi. So make sure you don't miss out any of this video on kingdoms because they are the foundation in biology. Make sure you subscribe now if you haven't so you don't miss any of the video. See you guys in the next one. Keep learning and keep practicing.